Hi, it's another edition of the Counter Press. This one is the preview analysis of the FA Community Shield between Arsenal and Manchester City. It's a big game. But before I go to it, thank you very much for choosing me, Fiifi-Manfred. I'm grateful. Do what to turn the notification bell so that you get all the updates on the analysis as the season is beginning. This one is going to be one of our many preview analysis with a lot of betting tips and odds that you'd want to be on. So thank you very much for choosing us. I'm grateful to have you on. And then the analysis is right in here. What's the possible lineup? The case studies is Barcelona, and then of course the game between Arsenal and Barcelona, the game between Arsenal and Monaco, the game between Mancity and Bayern, the build-up, the possession, the creation of chances, the defensive setup, especially the inclusion of Gosko Valdiol and how he influences the game, Mateo Kovacic and the like. So it's a preview analysis, FA Community Shield, Man City, Arsenal. Enjoy.
Dom TV, of course, on Facebook, so on radio. Join us and then you enjoy analysis in about the next 10 minutes. Then you get some good money. The first thing that is a little bit worrying for any investor behind that game, and they say, Man City don't seem to be winning the Community Shield a lot. The last Community Shield against Liverpool, last one, almost lost by 3-1. Before then, they had played another one in August 2021, and also almost lose to Leicester City by 1-0. Inti say you see Community Shield in there about the last 2 or 3 times, and Man City are in there. They find it difficult to win. But why Man City able game? It is Arsenal Football Club. In the last 19 meetings since Pep Guardiola bought, team are watching the power. Hey Arsenal. Yes. Watching 16 out of 19 times. Rich. 16 times out of 19. And a Man City Asha Arsenal. Since Pep Guardiola became the manager of the club. And Unko Danchen. That's 19 times not in a bone. Watching on an aggregate of 21-4. It means that there are always a lot of goals from the side of Manchester City. It means that the Man City Arsenal, they usually have a lot of confidence. But mind you, even in the last 1 year, watching it 3 times, and it was under Mikel Arteta. And this is the strongest side of the Arsenal team in recent times. Mikel Arteta being the manager, FA Cup Osheno, Okokosheno Emirates, also Kwawe, and the Etihad in a title decider, also Sheno. So Pep seems to find a way to beat Arsenal Football Club so much. But I have watched the two teams closely in preseason. And that is where I want to start the analysis from. First, for Arsenal's own game no more, I want to use 2 games on mobile in preseason. First of all, to analyze their build-up. And the game against Monaco and Barcelona. Also about Barcelona. And they're winning a very, very aggressive game. And again, recently, against Monaco. Now, I want you to watch this video. Arsenal trying to build up from the back. I don't know, say, almost intentionally in a catcher Monaco for some pressure on hard because they know they are going to play Man City and they'll be very good in pressing them. When Arsenal are playing throughout last season, it was a regular 4-3-3. Now, I'm in a different profile, Kakra.
Now, Arsenal for no more per club by pressure on media. I don't want to see Brighton.
Say Monaco, friends, and Barca pressure. And sometimes it was almost a share 2 of them the data. The Brighton are available, they don't need anymore.
America no more competing beer.
No more teams are no money.
Or into America, they be out.
But
the teams I can say, if you know, America will be an answer. Competing
keeper 4 and 5. Most of the times was Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes until say Saliba baby Pride. Then you have Alexander Zinchenko, then Ben White. In the middle of the pack was Thomas Partey over there. Then you get Odegaard over here. Then Xhaka as a 3 midfielders. Up top, Gabriel Martinelli, Saka, and then Gabriel Jesus. Now a lot of changes have come. First of all, with respect to team news, and say Gabriel Jesus is not going to play this game because they go to Genoa Saka. And Pep has asked him to go for another procedure. Mikel Arteta, sorry. Again, in the middle of the pack, Yenim said Sakako. And Arsenal have bought Declan Rice. I am very confident. Say Arsenal would play Thomas Partey and Declan Rice together in this game. And I'll tell you why tactically. Also, Julian Timber was playing as a makeshift left back in that game against Monaco. If he wants to play him and get a lot of defenders at the back, in Pep's box midfield box trainer, he can get that same shape with Alexander Zinchenko or Ben White inverting into the middle of the park. I think that's how it's going to be. 3 at the back with Arsenal when they have the ball, with Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes. And for me, a kamikaze of a centre back, Rolls-Royce centre back, Saliba. One of the best. If you mention Vardiol, you will mention Saliba in that regard. And once he's at the back, he gives them a lot of control. With Gabriel Magalhaes, Alexander Zinchenko, or Jiren Tima. Then once Ben White able to invert or Hasino, depending on if Alexander Zinchenko will invert or Ben White will do the inversion, you have a base of Thomas Partey, any Abatia, your friend Benjamin White. What this does, they say a more security on the ball. Partey ain't bad in terms of ball retention. Excellent ball retainer, or making sure of finding the best pass angles, and the pass channels in this area as well. But you want to be much more secured, so you add Abrantia, your friend Ben White or Alexander Zinchenko. Again, Thomas Partey pay. Sir, on not too careful with the passes, especially when he's playing for Arsenal. He wants the best passes. Dangerous passes, to create very good opportunities. And a lot of midfielders will not do. They can be a little bit more careful with his passes. So once you do that, you have somebody more careful. The other one who takes the most risks on the ball, maybe pay the most risks, and that's what who Partey is. They can rise out to it. Now say Arsenal they up from the back, like this video, and this is where the analysis starts properly. If Arsenal are building up from the back like this against Monaco, let's say Monaco pressing her, then there is a mistake here and they lose the ball. Now look at the Clan defensive action in this regard. Once the ball is lost, somebody quickly, that is the Clan Rice. Nipa, see your ball on the future. Mancity air pressing, but we want to be quick enough on the counter press. No trigger in the quick counter press. The Clan Rice is that man. So I'm very confident in terms of reception of the ball in central areas. So once you have the Clan Rice and Thomas Partey, you have 2 very good players on the ball and 2 excellent manipulators of the press. And will feel you the Clan Rice and of course Thomas Partey in that regard in El Honum. And that's exactly what Arsenal want to do. Again, I saw that against FC Barcelona. Arsenal were not playing like Arsenal. And this is exactly what I mean by Arsenal were not playing as Arsenal. In that game, I bet your friend Kai Havertz started. And every time they are not almost dropping 2 of their midfielders, that is Thomas Partey coming to receive the ball. Now it's a trigger quickly for Kai Havertz to also drop in those zones, receive the ball, and then pass quickly onto Abrantia, your friend Julian Timber, to move the ball up top. Once the Clan Rice is in that hole, you will have the Clan Rice Thomas Partey receiving those balls in very good areas and then beating the press of Manchester City and a possible game prediction. So in the lineup possibly you are going to get once Gabriel Jesus is out, then Kai Havertz is in there. Now what does it mean? Kai Havertz height.
I
don't think it's a game of Obon Ketia. I think that you play Kai Havertz as a false 9. He can play Ketia to give him the goals. But Michel Barcelona game it pointed drew my attention to something. Yeah.
No, you said in Ketia.
Exactly.
Man result.
Yeah, he did.
And it's so on saying why don't you use him?
And this is why
me can't have the Debbie catch a will be self planted. On sudden you go put your you have all born for number 9. But when you're Brantia, we bet you do any actions to say when the game gets tough. Goals.
Yeah, but he's
not your player.
Even when Nketiah was in Arsenal team last season, when you have more goals than Gabriel Martinelli. So I don't think that Arsenal are looking for goals essentially from Kai Havertz. As a fan, you can ask for that. But he, as a tactician, who wants something else, and this is what I'm thinking.
But Kofi, over to us, but don't say game you know you should Kai Havertz.
Yeah, no,
that's how Obobo say.
But we start Kai Havertz. And we now make actually say me case study for the analysis of that game. On the Arsenal perspective, Monaco game the Barcelona game. Now, who should that game we are? Arsenal seem to be going long. Anytime the Barca pressure centrally and Chebono, Arsenal will try to play out on the back. Or try to move on if Barca pressing here. Then he goes long from Aaron Ramsdale. In this game, it was Gabriel Jesus who was there. Anytime I call along there, Gabriel Jesus was able to influence the play, win the possession because Leandro Trossard more than chain. Gabriel Martinelli were close to him. They were able to pick up the piece and get the job done. Now, if you want to go long, then your player is not Edin Ketia. So it's all long balls. Echo over the pressure because City did same to them. Omoko Itia no more 1v1 press. Omo mark him 1-for-1 all across the field of play. City went long to Ellen brought Haaland. Now this time they may also want to go long to Abante friend Kai Havertz. So Kai Havertz is a big, lanky and tall. Obetime Hodia play. Then the other players around him can pick up that ball and influence that play in that regard. Now quickly on the side of team, my friend of Barcelona, Manchester City. Rich, Man City are not going to change too much. This is the game against Bayern. Man City are on the ball. You can see clearly 3 midfielders, 3 defenders at the back. Nathan Ake, Ruben Diaz, and then clearly Kyle Walker. And a 3 at the back. Now in the middle of the park, you can see Nyamika again on the tactical board, which is Man City's 4-3-3 to start the game essentially. But it becomes a 3 at the back like this with a box midfield 4. I say then 3 at the top exactly. And that's exactly what is shown in this video. 3 center backs at the back, then 2 midfielders holding the base. John Stones, Rodri most of the times. Then Rico Lewis in this game, and then Abante Feli Bernardo Silva forming a midfield of 4. Then up top, you are going to get the attackers. That's what they want to do. So Arsenal for say, oh, we will come in and press. He will go long to Ellen brought Haaland. Very, very direct. We are going to see those rotations again, over and over again from the wide areas. Because so Bernardo Silva from the right, he will always invert into central areas. And then, as an interior, I was our left and right half spaces, especially this left half space between the outside center back and the full back. This is what he wants to do. Now I'm waiting for the battle between Obetise Gabriel Magalhaes and Bernardo Silva.
Well, invite you for near for no. Also, be my prediction.
Yeah, players want to carry ball on the come anymore. Kovacic is one of them, and alongside Rodri and Fiifi-Manfred. And this is where the game is going to be very important.
Okay, I'll say Alvarez.
Julian Alvarez
and so Bishop Breeze.
Okay.
9-5.
5-0.
Do it 3-2. 9-5. Asina the amount for you in crowd.
Wasun Diana.
Mutia Nasra City.
But goes the Beba. This game, the first bet is maybe over 1.5 over 2.5. Beba.
Okay.
Over 1.5. Surest. First half probably no go. First half game, it's just a very, very, very tough. No go. But essentially at the end of the game, and over 1.5 will be there. Now, in my opinion, Arsenal seem to have a settled defense now. In 2 games before time as Saliba prime. In Saliba's absence, you could tell Arsenal were lacking something. Okay, mistake now Rob Holding, Kevin De Bruyne shares and go. And that started it. Now they have a certain Rob Holding, William Saliba. Again, it looks as if a Man City the community shoulder. They don't seem to like it like that. Players are paying the crown. Let's say, are you so interested in community shield, sir? It is only an investor, so you should be very careful because these are games that maybe you should go in and stay for the goals. Over SB and SB, then you stay away from it. But if I'm looking at this game closely, I think I'll put my money on Arsenal. I'll put my money on Arsenal.
Emmanuel Jamin say Man City 4,